Uh, it's Fat Boy and Powers Inc. Tonight's the night. It's the revolution. Why is it always some old black and white boy telling us young fellas that we ain't relevant in a world that embellishes lack of relative content from these elements? You call them stars, I call them settlements.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Squadcast.
We're not holding hands either.
We're sitting here doing what
Yeah,
we're
I had
supposed
to
to do.
get that out.
We're working. Look, hands.
Yeah, we hands free.
And this is my guy.
You know, brother DJ.
Assassin.
And my guy.
Brother DJ was good.
Okay, and then we have the lovely queen of dips here. Welcome
Hi,
to the
everybody.
show.
Welcome to the
She's
show.
supposed to be in
Thank you,
here
thank you.
for a couple times, but
But
Yes, third
life
time.
situations.
So today we're gonna take
Wait.
it back.
Hold on.
Oh,
You know how we do it. I got poured the alkaline water for my brothers who ain't here. Shout out brother Chef and BJ Powers, Jesse, Charles, El Presidente, the whole junkyard gang. I see y'all Squadcast. We doing our shit. Got a whole bunch of spinoffs and stuff coming for y'all. So shout out to our brothers who ain't here.
Already.
All right, so we're gonna take it.
Oh yeah, subscribe to the channel. I forgot about notifications.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yeah.
Already.
Especially as you got to put the dips on here too. So
Okay,
you know what
she
I'm saying?
ain't bring my dips,
That's
but
all right.
I didn't bring that today. I'm sorry.
That's
y'all.
all right.
I've been busy
Presence
with
is
you.
enough. Presence is
She's
enough.
like, thank
Good.
you.
she'll be throwing down though. But yes, today we're gonna take it back a little bit. We had an episode as far as relationships and situations and putting yourself through a lot of things.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
And I brought my friend here today. She's a really good friend of mine, and we have conversations about things. And you know, you
Just
always
life.
gotta listen and let people vent or whatever, whatnot. But I'm gonna let her take the stage. And
Yeah.
in your lifetime, I know you've had some things that you've been through and hard times. You know what I'm saying? So wherever you want to start. From
Well, I'm
like,
gonna go back to 1978.
she's 73, y'all. Good.
But no, it's obstacles. It's everybody goes through life like like I was just stating, like small-minded people. When you live in a city that is so small and you know, and it's not as open as other cities I lived in. I'm originally from Minneapolis, but grew up here in Des Moines and
Shout out Minneapolis.
whoop whoop.
Manslaughter.
NFL,
Savvy gang.
Taylor Johnson, number
Smurf.
18.
Wilson, the whole Manslaughter Battle League. I see y'all.
Already.
Be out there.
But yeah, I'm a mother of three. I had a lot of issues as far as pregnancy, dealing with her dad. You know, right now we're both the best co-parents ever. I just love it.
As amicable as
Sometimes
possible.
things
Yes.
take time.
Oh yeah, and it took some time. It didn't happen like overnight.
Okay.
And then you know, getting with a new relationship and everything, and then, you know, people running saying, "Oh, she did this, oh, she did that." Like, well,
The
damn,
gossipers.
yeah, the gossipers, the people who are miserable. It's just like as soon as something like I'm shining, if I post a picture, 400 likes, all of a sudden I'm holding somebody's hand in the club. But anyway,
Jealousy,
but yeah,
misery,
jealousy, misery, whatever, that's gonna happen.
insecurity. Shall
Oh,
I say?
yes.
That's a good one.
That is a very good one. Insecurities within themselves, within their life, whatever it is. It's just like, come on, man. Just like everybody can't be miserable with you. Let's I mean, you know, I was in a miserable state in my mind where I was drinking real heavy and I was doing cocaine. I'm not scared to share my testimony because I overcame that obstacle.
That's all that
We
matters.
want it. We want it.
That's all that matters.
Shoot,
That's all that
I
matters.
mean, it was bad, y'all. It was bad. It was to the point where, you know, I can't even lose weight right now. Where it's like, oh my God, is she on that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, jeez. I'm like, can I just stress a little bit and then, you know, not eat?
So,
I mean-
so what do you think? I'm gonna ask the panel here, like, and it comes from men and women because the guys will post something, and then you know there's brothers that be kind of hating on the low, whatever, about said female that they might be with, and vice versa. But like, where do you think that stuff like started at? Like, where like I know hating's been going on since time immemorial, right? You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like as of the past maybe 10 years it intensified. Maybe it has something to do with social media or whatnot, but like, where do you think all this hate comes from to where we don't want to see each other being prosperous?
Well, I can
We're the
see.
only people that do it to each other.
Yeah, and that's sad. It's been known for us to do it since back then when we were ratting each other out when during slavery. Like, oh no, Master said you can't go. Well, Master, he went down there.
Yeah, she read that.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
house brother and the field brother.
Yes,
That's where that came from.
exactly. That's exactly where it came from. So I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't care to know because that's not gonna do nothing but stress you out. Make you overthink and second guess like, damn, was I really there? Did I really
No.
do that? You know, I
Right.
take ownership in everything I do. Yes, I was not a perfect mate. No, I was not perfect at all.
Nobody's
Yes,
perfect.
I had my flaws. I can't be a perfect patty for everybody.
Nobody's perfect. Let's be clear about that. I think
Nobody.
I've always said that. So,
Whether you smoke,
like
you
me
drink,
personally,
you
I would
snort, you
never
dope, you pop
ask
pills.
perfection out of my companion because I'm not perfect. There's nobody that's perfect. So, so I think part of the problem is the damn expectations that people be having. You know what I'm saying?
Small-minded people.
There you go.
That was me the one way to throw that alley oop to you, and you dunked it.
Sure did, but it's just small-minded people. It's just all I can do is just. I mean, everybody should just be able just to laugh at it. Like, dang, I'm being thought about that much.
Or you shouldn't worry about it.
Or yeah, and shouldn't worry about it. I mean, if you do,
Mindyourbusiness.com.
yes,
If they happy, you think they happy, you know they together. Let it all fall apart on its own. Don't get in it. But to your question, I think when social media, what is it, Black Planet, all of that,
MySpace,
MySpace,
all that.
back in time, you know what I'm saying? It came from, not saying every guy was cheating, but the cheaters, that platform came where they was getting caught up. So, it gave the woman the platform to find things out because Susie and Becky gonna tell it all, this and that there. So everybody just use social media to make themselves miserable when they just need to mind their business. So
everybody's gonna have an opinion about everybody. It doesn't matter if I was standing over here on 6th Street selling some. But
Well, I got
that girl, her shoes was leaning, but she out there making that money though. Just come on.
for those of you out there in YouTube land that don't know, I am a college graduate. I graduated from Stay in Your Lane University and Minding Your Business University. And I'm a very proponent of that. Like, I don't care to be knowing about what other people are doing. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I got too much going on in my life unless like I personally care about you or something like that and I see you down, or I'll reach out, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're supposed to do if you genuinely care about somebody. But I don't really want the gossipers coming to bringing me information. I don't care about that. And I don't be trying to find information about people. I don't care about that. There's so much going on in the world. You don't have time for that.
Exactly.
You don't.
I don't even care what is being brought to me. Like, it's about me. What did I sell a dip? Why? How come did I sell a dip to you? I mean, do I take care of your kids?
Was it not cooked all the way or something like
that?
Yeah,
let me know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something else.
So in this situation that we're speaking on with this person.
Well, let the brother give his spiel. Let him go ahead and give his spiel.
I was gonna say.
Don't be the silent assassin.
People just mind their own damn business. People worrying about the wrong damn thing. Got too much time on their hands to be worrying about somebody else. What she said.
That part.
So with the situation at hand, like what you're going through, do you think it's due to other people running their mouth, or is it the person's own insecurities?
It's a little bit of both.
I
believe, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's whatever you take, whatever you listen to, and whatever you take in, and whatever you digest. Right now, that's not a good thing to digest. It's like, I don't know. It's like I said, I can't digest it because it's not feeding me knowledge. It's not feeding me anything. It's not feeding my businesses. It's not feeding anything. It's not gonna help me. It's not gonna pay my daughter or my son's tuition. So I really can care less. That's what I'm worried about. I can't worry about small-minded people. That's it.
And that's a major problem, especially for here in little old Des Moines, Iowa, where you know, most people ain't really been exposed to no big city or nothing
No.
like that. Like she's from Minneapolis, me and Brother Black from Chicago, so we grew up in big cities. So,
I'm from Louisiana.
well, there you go.
I'm just kidding.
I was about
I'm
to
from
say,
here.
shout out
Down in that
BR.
valley.
Shout out BR. But no, I just like, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely can agree with what the sister is saying because if you ain't been exposed to much, then you ain't gonna really know too much. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just gonna follow suit with the social media trends and what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? And I always been a proponent of saying that these social media likes influence these people too much. You know what I'm saying? They take all that stuff to heart and think that's really what it's supposed to be. This is really the image that I should be portraying, you know, the lifestyle that I should be doing. And if it don't benefit me, I should be hating on the next person or whatever the case may be. I see a lot of that, and it's actually depressing.
Exactly.
And I hate that in our community
And what-
because we've always been 3 steps behind.
Exactly. And what is being too friendly? Is
Was
that
being too friendly? I don't know what
And your
being too friendly.
and you men's
I think
eye.
that
yeah.
I get what I mean.
Like-
We all know what being too friendly
like touchy feely.
is, but
I get that. That might be a little bit too
Yeah,
friendly.
touchy feely. I mean,
You
maybe,
know what I'm saying?
maybe a quick lean in hug or something, and then you're sitting there, you're chopping it up. Maybe you know, and then you have outsiders looking in, like, oh damn, they've been over there talking for too long. Like, okay,
but
we
that's
could,
where the insecurities come in, like you said, because if y'all is one and y'all have an understanding, ain't no outsiders gonna be able to come in and play no
At all.
type of
They shouldn't
mind
be
game.
able to do that.
It shouldn't even be
Shouldn't
their
be able to.
business at all either.
Exactly.
I always say, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, in today's relationships, they haven't built, motherfuckers are not really building those real bonds with each other to where those type of little disagreements or side spouts with motherfuckers whispering in won't be able to acknowledge that because you know what I'm saying, your partner, your other half. But that's just me, I guess.
Or the people that like to spread the word of what they see are just miserable in their own state of minds that they got to ruin somebody else's and bring some negativity in somebody else's situation.
but also, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. Yeah, I did lie about a lot of stuff, like far as like my cocaine use, smoking cigarettes, drinking a lot, hiding bottles. That's the most I've ever done, you know. And so when they say you lie about little things, you can lie about you're lying
Right.
about anything else.
Right.
That statement's not always true. You know,
Right.
I'm a horrible liar. Keisha knows that. I am a horrible liar, but you know, I'm like, oh, you know what? You know what? I'm just playing.
No, not
This-
that's
this-
a game.
this-
You can't lie
this-
for nothing.
this is what really happened. I mean, so I hid that type of stuff from him, and I lied to him about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But to cover up my addiction and cover up, like, you know, because I still was in disbelief, like, I'm really out here doing drugs. I'm really out here. I was in denial. So once I, you know, and then once I came forward and said, you know, look, Misa, you are tripping. Like you got a good thing going. So you're really tripping, and you got kids that look up to you.
Most
There's,
definitely.
you know, and I mean, I just not my kids. I got other kids around me that just love Mina or love Misa. You know, I just can't. I couldn't portray that image no more.
Right.
I have to do better
If you
for
need
myself.
daycare services,
This
this
is
is Angels.
And this is Angel's Child Care. Thank you. Hoping that-
Hit that notification.
Thank you. But yeah, it's just like, you know, and then so that played a huge major part in the relationship is lying about little stupid stuff.
I mean, but people, I mean, to a certain degree, kind of lie to themselves when they actually don't want to accept things for what they are. Like, their relationship might not be exactly what it is, but in their mind, you know, they're just like, you know, it is what it is, and you know, I'm just gonna. Everything is going good in their mind, even though it's really not. You know what I'm saying? But they're willing to just mentally psych themselves up that way.
Right.
And everybody else can see, like, what are you doing? Well, why are you still with this person or that person? Like,
Amen.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus.
they don't do this for you. You're doing this and all this. I mean,
Ooh, it sounds so familiar.
Yeah, don't it?
Oh, Jesus.
He just touched my soul.
Feel
I'm
the
just saying.
spirits.
I'm just saying.
But yes, okay,
I've been around the
so
corner a few times.
I know you've been through a lot in this whole little situation from,
Driving
you know,
forward.
domestic, you know, makeup, breakup, whatever it may be, but I still, through it all, I know you're a really good person.
Yes.
You're a lovable person. You're perfect. We had to talk about this on a previous, that what is people's expectations versus if I could get a man to take the trash out, clean the house, do the dishes, blah, blah, blah. This lady be cooking, like making sure stuff is made, drive it over to the next side, like perfect. Like, I mean, everybody has their flaws, but if you're gonna deal with something,
if you got 98% good, and you're gonna focus on the 2 negative things that this person has, then you're never gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Because everybody is flawed, and if you're gonna pick on those 2, then you're gonna do that to the next man or woman, and you're never gonna be in a successful relationship.
So you gotta oversee the flaws. Like, man, I oversee
or
a lot
help.
of flaws.
I mean, it doesn't help to sit down with
I'm
your
not
partner,
saying-
not you. I'm saying the person. Like, it don't hurt to, like, well, what is it? Are you good? You done? Do you need me to take you to treatment? Or
now, hold on. Let me be clear on something though, for people out in YouTube land. I'm not saying that 98% good, but the other 2% they beating your ass, and you should accept that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be clear on that. I want people to think, well, my boyfriend, my girlfriend whooped my ass, but 98% of the time they good. I'm like, nah, we don't stick around for that.
Common
you know
sense,
what I'm saying?
people,
Common sense, people. Thank you. Just wanted to clarify that for the people out there in YouTube land.
And you also, that the person wasn't bad at all. Very, very lovable, very good, but it's just like you said, too many expectations. It's like, what do you want out of me? It's like, what do you want out of this relationship? I understand you want loyalty, you don't want nobody to lie to you, you want the truth, you want everything, but what truth are you seeking? Like, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm gonna keep reiterating this because it's been something that's been said to me, and I'm gonna keep ringing this bell till it come home. You can't expect something out of someone who don't have it in them to give you.
Exactly.
Now, y'all don't know what that means. That means that person wasn't taught by whoever was bringing them up to learn to do these things to provide for you in order to be happy.
Exactly.
And maybe they don't know, and then maybe it's too late. I don't know, but that's why I don't be going in with a whole bunch of expectations or whatever, because that could set you up for the big letdown. And like I said, nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Like, you can portray to be perfect all you want, but we all know,
But yeah, it's just, and then it just like, the person was there for me through, that it can't get turned when, like, dang, you can't stop drinking, you can't put that bottle down. But then you can't sit there and say the same thing to me, and then you're coming home smelling like nothing but alcohol. You know what I'm saying? That's not all the time, but it's like, come on, like, I ain't drunk a lick today. Now I want to go to the liquor store and get me something to drink. And just to be on your level. But I shouldn't have to be on that level to please anyone. Like, it was bad to the point where I was finding bottles like, dang, what did I had that? Oh, I found it. It's mine. I bought it. I can drink it. But it's to the point where I didn't know my limits. I didn't know my limits at all. I'm like, oh, I can't feel it. I didn't take the time for it to settle in like a social drinker. I was a lush.
Did you ever come to terms with what was causing it?
Yes, I did. It's trying to please somebody, trying to be perfect.
And then at least the self-medicating.
Self-medicating.
Which we talked about before, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody in the community, and when I say community, you know what I'm talking about, feels good or comfortable going to talk to somebody about what's going on, because they don't feel like, especially in today's society, they feel like, well, I don't want anybody in my business. But as we've all said before, like, maybe you do need to, not saying you, but hypothetically, people maybe need to speak to a third party that has no mutual interest in what's going on to give you some clarity. You know what I'm saying? A licensed therapist, trained professional, whatever you want to call them. They're there. Talk to them. I have no problem saying I'll talk to one, and that's where I got that damn quote from. And that quote has stuck with me since then, and I apply it every day. And I'm happy. I don't get, man. Like,
let me tell you, My problem also was in the relationship is going to vent to the wrong people, because they can definitely take your words and misconstrue them and turn it into something else. It can be a situation that you talk to them about, and then they sit there and they intertwine that situation and then tell them the whole situation, like far as, oh, this is what she said. She talks bad about you. No, I didn't talk bad about you. I talk about a certain situation that was bad. I didn't say you was a horrible person. I never said, oh, you ain't nothing. But I came to terms, I gotta stop talking to people and venting with people, and go talk to me a dang out there. Because I still call her. I still like, hey, girl, I had a rough day today. With the COVID and everything, it was hard for us to see each other face to face. But I would call her at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, pouring, just crying. And me said, what's wrong now? I'm like, ugh, okay, let me get my thoughts. She's just texted to me because I'll read it in the morning.
That's a powerful sister that just has no problem admitting that she has gone out to seek help, to help her better herself, and look at the product that you see today.
Yeah,
I mean, definitely. She's always been a strong Black woman, but you know what I'm saying, now she's definitely more stronger, more empowered, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell because that has turned into you having multiple businesses now, you know what I'm saying? You always being a leader and role model for your kids, and now they see you even more in a positive light from what you're doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then,
you're inspiring people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. I would come in and pick an argument with my daughter for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I arguing with you for? Like, because mom, you're drunk. Yes. And then when you start noticing your kids throwing it at you, like, oh, mom's drunk again. Oh, see, now I have to stop this. I don't want to be labeled as the drunk mama.
Yeah.
Mama, remember you was so drunk? No, I want memories like, mom, remember we did this, we did that. And I'm proud of all three of my kids, and I have done a wonderful job, me and their dad, in the village around us. And I have two in college, one getting ready to start her own. She's only 16, will be 16, about to start her own LLC. And I will be starting a third business, but I'll let you guys know later about that. It's going to be a modeling agency, so I will be working on that as well.
Run down your businesses right now. Run down your resume.
Well, I've started Queenie Dips back in 2018.
Okay.
I was working at MetLife, and then I got fired. So I ended up doing childcare. So then Queenie Dips, basically, it's strictly dips. It's a small catering. I didn't want to do nothing large. I just want to do something small and start it off, But now I'm learning to ship out of town, out of state down.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get that down packed because I don't plan on being here in Des Moines too long.
Nothing wrong with that.
I got my clientele here. I got a few clientels in Texas, Minneapolis definitely, and I definitely want to do a show. I keep saying that. We're going to do a vendor show, and then we maybe do a podcast. This is all ideal. See what I'm saying? I just come up with everything. But when I thought of Queen of Dips, it was I wanted, like I said, I want to do something small. It just like it came out of nowhere. Like I woke up out of my sleep like like I was having a nightmare, but it was a good dream. I can't call it a nightmare. I just call it a nightmare.
Inspiration comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
It just came out of nowhere. And then me losing my job, that's what made me start my childcare, because I had to watch two kids that didn't have childcare service no more. So then I said, you know what? This is it. I'm done working for people. I'm done working for corporation. It's time for me to make my own corporation.
There you go.
So I was like, yep, this is what I'm going to do. And then RIP to my grandma, Miss Ducky. Everybody knew her as being a child care provider, a cook, and a church advocate. She was the bomb. And then, I just sat down and just poured out in tears. It was like, I'm really, really taking after my grandmother's footsteps. Somebody had to do it. And the Lord opened my eyes. God opened my eyes and said, put the cocaine down. You need to put that alcohol down. I'm not gonna lie, I still occasionally do drink, but I don't abuse it anymore. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I can't abuse it, and I know my limits. So, I set myself limits. So because then I can't be nowhere socially drinking and then sloppy drunk trying to talk about a business because no one's going to take you seriously. No one's going to want to watch your kids like, oh no, she's a drunk. She don't take your kid to her. But that's how it all came down. So, I mean, I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress. Is it perfect? No, it's not. Do I want it to be perfect? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. But it's getting there with the support of all my friends and stuff and people. And and shout out to everybody who have bought from Queen of Dips. I really, really appreciate your business.
Let them know how they can get a hold of you so they can go ahead and get their dips.
You can email me queenofdips18@gmail.com. You can hit me on Facebook, Amesa Jordan, Amesa, last name Jordan, it's Michael. And then also on Facebook, Queen of Dips have their own page as well. So all you gotta do is just look me up.
Run some of them dips down for the YouTube family.
Oh, my favorite one my top seller.
Your top 5.
My top seller is the steak nacho, the spinach artichoke.
Okay.
I did a strawberry cheesecake. Oh my gosh, the turtle cheesecake, everybody's killing that too. And then my chicken nacho. So I mean, I accommodate everybody. Anybody who don't eat beef, anybody who don't eat pork, anybody that don't. Well, yeah, I can accommodate as well. Just, I mean,
we don't condone no swine.
No swine will keep you fine. I don't care. No, I'm just playing. But,
some people think that swine will keep you divine.
No, it won't.
That's for the black swine.
Yeah. But yeah, and then so yeah, and also I am currently going to take preschool teaching classes.
Okay.
Because that's what I want to focus on is developing our young youth. And I also want to, I've been talking about this for years. I was bullied through high school and, not all the way through high school. I say my freshman year. And then I said, hey, enough is enough. I'm fighting all y'all back now. Hey, wait a minute. I ain't no punk now. I ain't no punk now. But, I also want to, work on getting in contact with, these young girls. Like they really need some type of guidance, and even our young men.
Yeah.
It's like something that's tough.
I agree. And I'm raising 2 young men, and I got a daughter too. So I say it all the time. I'm just like they need a lot more guidance than what we had.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
we had everything.
Ain't no more big mamas. You know what I'm saying? The big mama is 32 now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm the big mom. I'm 42, and we got the godmother right here.
That's what I'm saying. Mom.
And I'm 20.
I want to say one thing.
Didn't he?
And I feel honored and privileged to be sitting up here with 2 strong black women who have multiple businesses, who take the time to take care of the house and become their own boss and seeking financial freedom and getting out of. I mean, of course, Gollum still has somewhat of a job, but she's got like 30 fucking jobs. You know what I'm saying?
She's like the Desmond.
She's out here, get your teeth whitened, shirts, apparel, whatever.
Music,
vendors, setups, life coaching, all that.
Yes.
So come talk to a sister. Like,
yes.
You need to talk. Come talk to a sister. Maybe we could collab on some sisterhood, something. Who knows?
And we have our talks.
And I just wish it was more, and I'm not saying that it's not, but you know what I'm saying, and maybe, this right here will inspire more females, women, and maybe brothers too, to want to take on being a boss CEO and coming up with their own ventures outside of being in the corporate world or, just the working industry, period.
We can have our own corporation. That's what I'm not.
We had our own. It was called Black Wall Street.
But they blew that up, and then
they don't like to talk about that. The damn European Anglo-Saxons strike again.
Bang bang.
Subscribe to the channel, please.
Immediately.
Immediately.
So no, that's dope to see, and I hope our viewers take note of what's going on here, and maybe you guys can talk to your friends and let them know, like, hey, anything's possible. I'm watching on YouTube. The average Joe Schmoes out here letting us know it can be done.
And my son he's been doing really good on his YouTube
That's the
page.
football star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You watching?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's doing really good. So that's what I'm saying. It's like they see all the positive things. Like, hey, dang, mom came out of it. I can do this.
Exactly.
Mom came out of it, and as I walking out, this morning when for my daughter, she's like, "Mom, you look like a real boss." I said, "Thank you." Yes, my Samira, my Savannah. I told her about the podcast today. She was okay. I see you. And stuff. And it's that encouragement I installed in my kids, and now I'm receiving it back, and it's gonna make me cry because it's a beautiful thing. Can't nobody snatch that from me right now.
Exactly.
Happy
Right.
The YouTubers don't know that me and Amesa have known each other for a while. Like I'm talking about when I
Hold
was
up
the,
now. No,
the
you
trap
ain't. We
era
just-
when I was
But
out
we
here.
never held hands.
Never held. I'm talking about when I was out here in the streets running wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for us to be where we are today,
Man,
you know
we've
what I'm
been
saying?
we when you had the little itty bitty dreads, when you first started off, when you had the fade, I remember all of it.
Oh my God,
We had
that's
good
great.
times.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, and I've been knowing Keisha for a long time now too, and we met on mutual grounds, and we had our space, whatever. But it was because we allowed people to get in between us, and so now that we're back, and everybody's looking like, oh God, they're talking again, because that's what real women do. They hash it out.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of things that was said between us, a lot of misunderstanding, as I would call that more.
Yeah.
But look at her cute face. but we had a lot. But now we
It's called communication.
yes, communication.
She didn't want communication.
No, and that I am a horrible person to communicate with because I'll listen for 5 minutes and my ADHD would kick in like, okay, now what did you just say to me? And all I heard was the bad parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a part of the bad part of my relationship as well, is that I did not communicate that well, or it was hard for me to communicate with that person. It's hard to communicate with somebody when they're not open-minded, intimidating, and not open-minded, or you're scared of the backlash that you're going to receive.
Right.
So it's hard to talk to that type of person, and especially when it's hard for you, not able to communicate that well, because I'm the type that I don't have time to argue.
Right.
I just be like, okay, well, whatever. That's how you feel.
Me being a life coach now, but I've always been one.
She has. She has.
I've always been that communicator person people come to talk to, and it's not about being in somebody's business or anything like that.
Not.
It's just a listening ear for someone to vent what they're going through, to get it off their chest, so that someone can actually hear what they're going through. So we've been almost 11 years at it. And I've listened to quite some stories, and it's not always about the bad, but it's still, that's what catch me. And I'm not one to sugarcoat a motherfucking thing. No, excuse me language.
No, you're good.
I'm not one to sugarcoat nothing. When I see wrong is wrong. And regardless if she was doing it, what you doing? Get yourself in order, get it together, whatever.
And
so it's just all about communicating with someone. And
I'm saying that again because Brother Black, we talked about it before. Me and you, we said it, and Godmama too, that one of the main problems is communication that we have amongst us, and how to communicate if we even know how. And she was in a perfect example of where she wanted to, but didn't know how to approach it because of said reservations. You know what I'm saying? So.
It has to get to the point where all of us as Black folks, because we don't like to talk about our problems or issues, especially Black men. And
hold on, no,
I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. And and a lot of Black women too. It's just like they have to have this shield against them, like they're fighting against everybody in the world. But we are all here to communicate together. We're all here to build together, and don't say you're going to build with the next person and then you want to go communicate with the next person and say, hey, you know what? They said they was going to do this. I don't think it's going to happen. But then you was just for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that type of communication, people don't need.
That tomfoolery has been bringing black
No
people down
manipulation.
for centuries. Like that type of tomfoolery has been bringing the black community down, black and brown community down. I'm not gonna forget about our Latinos, our Latino brothers and sisters out here. But that type of shit has been bringing us down for years, where we will come up with something, talk about something, and everybody seems to be in accordance with it, and then you will have those one or two defectors go behind your back like, nah, that shit ain't gonna last. It's gonna go down after like 6 months or something, like wishing ill will. Like I never understood that.
I wouldn't even call it hating. It's like you said, wishful ill will. Just like why do you wish on my downfall?
Right, or anyone's downfall. Like, especially those of us in the community. Like I said before, we've always been 3 steps behind. We've always been fighting and scrapping for everything that we have. And I know I said this before, like I'll probably be dead and gone before anything as far as like black unity actually comes into place. But it really needs to happen because
I wonder where we would have got if Tupac was still alive.
Man, he carried. See, that's why people don't appreciate Tupac's music like they should, because he had the social message in his music, opposed to the Biggie Smalls of the world and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Brother Black is big Tupac fan, so he knows.
He shot the police, didn't he?
Shout out to Matulu Shakur, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
he was that man.
You know what I'm saying? And the Black Panthers and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mama Shakur.
The real gang. The
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I wouldn't even call it a gang. It was an organization.
That's what it is. It
was an organization.
And they try to turn it into a gang.
Yeah. No. We didn't call it a gang. There was an organization to build. So
now, hold on. Not to cut you off.
No, you good.
Now, we've seen these European Anglo-Saxons come together and storm the Capitol. Like, and the police and all that shit, they was overwhelmed. Just think what power we could possess if all the black people, black and brown, I'm not saying go up there and storm the fucking Capitol.
What I'm saying is,
we came together, we can get a lot of stuff done. Right. Like, we can get a lot of things done.
Yes. And we have tried the peaceful protest, but you see where it led us. And that's centuries, decades.
Can I say something about that? I don't believe in that shit.
What?
Like, I get the whole peaceful protesting thing because you trying to bring awareness or whatever. But what are you really accomplishing outside of bringing awareness to something that everybody knows is going on anyway?
Exactly. Or you got some of the people that just like, oh, well, I'm going to the protest for what? What are you protesting?
I ain't gonna lie. When the George Floyd and all that stuff happened, I went to a protest. I marched with my people because I felt like at this point in time, this was our civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? And how can I, who's pro-black, not be a part of something that's going on? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I marched, I walked my ass off, you know what I'm saying, with my brothers and sisters. It was beautiful, but I just don't really see the results of all that we tried to do and accomplish. And it's the same thing that happened with Martin Luther King. It's the same thing that happened with Malcolm X. It's the same thing that happened to everybody before us. And we're still fighting for the same thing. So I just don't, like, and y'all can agree, whatever. I just don't know what people protesting really be doing.
And it was the House people who destroyed those people because they worked for the House and decided to, retaliate against Malcolm, against Martin, against whatever black leader we ever had, or any positive things that we ever had going for ourselves. Is the consequences, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, not consequences, but it's just like we said earlier, it's the house Negro. You got to actually clean that way.
No, she good. The house Negroes and the field Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to say the N-word. I'm from one of the people that try not to say it. I'm not gonna say it at all. Just because of how it is and what it really means and how it's not, and using the correct term that it was meant for. But I think that like the sister said, since slavery, when we were taught to fight against each other, I think that really started a lot of shit that we can't come back from.
We can't come back.
And we're struggling to come back from that. If we can come back, that's why I keep saying I don't think we'll be around by the time we unify. If we even do unify, we do unify, because
I see it coming along a little bit, but you still have those small-minded people.
Right.
once you get rid of those, I'm not saying get rid of them, but once you
We got to do what they did to us.
Silent assassin, what you got, man? Chime in, bro. You've been too silent for me.
right.
Gotta lock them up, put them
we're
in
not
shackles.
touching hands. We're not touching hands.
No, we're not.
But
Hands
nah, like she said, small-minded people. I think people just gotta think outside the box for the most part.
Mhm.
Keep going.
That's just
You owe us about a good 5 minutes to talk, brother.
I feel like I talk too much.
So
Stop
we,
it.
you gonna give us something other than that, brother.
Like she said.
Subscribe to the channel, please.
Yeah, you know what she said.
Hit that notification.
Please,
I
early.
mean, but yeah.
Get in the camera.
She touched on a lot of things as far as with I mean, yeah, she touched on a lot of different things. I feel like ultimately the insecurities is what really plays a part in the key thing to it all, because I feel like if you got anything, if you insecure about stuff within, that's gonna kind of enable or hinder your relationship with your partner, because you haven't dealt with stuff that you need to deal with internally. So how can you be with somebody? And I get slack for saying that, because people are like, oh, you can be with a person, but if you fucked up in the head, how the hell can you really be with somebody or call yourself be with somebody? Because they gonna point those flaws out to you. You're gonna be in denial, feel like everything's okay, or maybe some people feel like they can accept those different criticisms, but they ain't changing. You know what I'm saying? So,
but if you, I mean, it's a working progress, and like I said, I was a work in progress. I am not easy to deal with, and I know that. And once you see the problem, but you know, once I see, once you see that person that is actually trying, don't keep dragging them back to that past. It's like, come on, I'm trying to get out the mud, not climb back in.
So,
Right.
question to you on that: when is enough enough? When do you just say I'm done?
When the same situations keep popping up, like far as people gossiping, the rumors, just like, you know, you eliminate yourself from those type of crowds, you eliminate yourself from around those type of people. But it's like those people are like, oh my God, where'd she go? Boom, she had about 400. Yep. Guess what I seen her do? You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you disappear and you minus yourself from certain situations, it seems like the rumors and everything, it gets so bad, it gets worse
Do
because
you believe that they're really rumors, though?
I don't know if it's
Do you
something.
just think that they're accusations?
I think they're
thrown because the person is manipulative to make you believe.
I believe so. And sometimes I be thinking like,
because if you know for yourself that you have not done nothing, you ain't been there in those accusation dates,
Right.
then where is this coming from and
Yeah.
why?
and exactly. So
And your
And why are
companion-
they
and your
giving you
companion
this
should be
much
smart enough to know.
information to come at me with something that I ain't even do?
If they saying that, well, I blah 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 on this date and blah blah blah, but you know damn well as the buddy know that y'all was somewhere else or you was blah blah blah. Like those accusations shouldn't even affect what you guys anybody should have going on. If you know what's really going on, if
But
like
you
was
still
there.
can't control what someone says, what someone sees.
I can't control.
Or even
But
if someone was to come up to
definitely
you and say, "Oh my God, DJ, hey, how you doing? I ain't seen this." Or a fan, a female fan, grab your
Right.
hand, "Hey, how you doing?" Who are you to say that we was holding hands like we were trying to kiss each other?
Right,
Yeah.
and to that I would say for me, and it don't work for everybody. Like you gotta ignore that shit.
Oh,
Like you gotta really just like.
It took me
dead that shit for real because
it took me some time to finally be like, I think it finally took me last month to be like, you know what? I am tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of going back and forth. I can't do, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Who told you that? I don't have time. I don't even care who even told you. Tell your source. Have a beautiful day.
We ain't got that type of energy around
Man,
here.
we
don't.
If that energy needs to be built into.
That's what causes depression.
Yes, and I was
It's
so
too
depressed.
much
Those
in the
skeletons
world
out.
going
Let
on
that
today
baggage go.
for
Man.
people to be worrying about
Don't
somebody
be with
else. I'm gonna
someone you
keep
don't
saying
wanna
that.
be
If
with.
you ain't worried about us in a positive light, then don't be
Making
trying to
sure
be
I'm good.
spreading drama and all that
But ain't
madness. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
didn't that
that's
sound like
crazy.
some high school stuff? Like
It
that we
is.
was holding hands down the hallway.
Everybody's acting like high schools.
Yeah.
Oh,
They was holding
that
hands.
happens everywhere.
Social media is
Even
high
at work,
school.
motherfuckers
Yes.
act
You
like
go
they
back
in
to
high
high
school. You
school
know what
on
I'm saying?
social
Like,
media.
yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But no. this is a good talk. This is a good talk.
I
You know what I'm
just-
saying?
I
Like,
just
this is a
feel-
great conversation. I'm glad we had two mediums
Mhm.
up here
Mhm.
to give the female perspective instead of, you know, obviously me and Brother Black doing our Kevin Samuel shit.
Only in America. No.
So, in reference to these type of situations, ladies, I feel strongly about this, and I feel if it's not going anywhere, it's a dead end. Let it go.
Yeah.
Keep your peace.
That it.
Yep.
Find
and
yourself again. Be happy because when you're happy, you're the most.
I want to be by myself
Understand
for a
your
long
fucking
time.
You're the
others.
best. You're your best self when you're at peace. And
Yes.
you love yourself and you find yourself and know that no one can come in and destroy your peace of mind
Yep.
and manipulate you to think whatever it is that you need to be thinking.
Oh yeah.
So-
And I'm model too. So I mean.
Oh, she'd have had
Yeah.
some little
You know how many
picture.
hats these women is wearing up here? That makes me. I gotta do more. I'm podcasting, battle rapping and shit. I gotta do more now. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I gotta do more now.
I walked in, DJ about where are you coming from? Oh,
I said, you come on, Jet Ebony Beauty of the Week. You come in here, I'm like, that's real boss.
I should
you
just
know
flap
what
my
I'm saying?
peacoat like.
Don't forget, she's 72, y'all. Look at her shining 72.
Oh man,
Shoot,
okay.
shoot.
Godmama, let them know where they can get at you to get your merchandise.
So y'all can find me on Facebook, Keisha Webster,
Yep.
aka the Godmother. I got
Yep.
the Godmom page. I got the Godmom group. Y'all need to tune into. Invite all them people to that so we get this little blessing going.
Yep.
We got a giveaway tomorrow for Valentine's Day. So
Okay.
stay tuned. We're gonna go live and do that. Life coaching, just hit me up, erkeishawebster@gmail.com
There
if
you
you
go.
want to start these sessions.
There you go.
Um,
Oh, she do teeth whitening too, so
yes,
Yeah.
Smiles
Bling.
Labs Iowa. If you want to get in contact with me, I can set you up with some things. Get them pearly whites white. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you said, we got a lot of hats. We got to make things official. Got the podcast coming.
Oh yeah, and there's a vendor show coming up in March. You can check out Privacy LLC's page. You can check out my page because I will be posting it. I will be one of the vendors
Shout
there.
out
run
Courtney.
down your shit again so they know how to get a hold of you.
Yes, it's
'Cause that steak nacho dip.
I know.
I
I have
know.
a lot of hungry things.
Yeah, Queenie Dips 18@gmail.com. And then also shout out to Stephanie Roberts. She's also she's doing the show as well. She's going to be a vendor there, and this is also something that she's doing. But like I said, you can reach Amesa Jordan. You can reach me on my
Dips.
you can reach me on my page and start paying just the post. Like I said, Privacy LLC.
There you go.
It will be throwing the event. Stephanie Roberts is definitely a part of that as well. So yeah, I mean, and they're oh my gosh, they are extending
Hold on
business
real quick.
women.
Brother Black, can we get a testimony on the dip? Because you did, when she
Oh,
brought
yeah,
the dip.
Show dip was fire.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
I ain't even getting that. He stole it from me.
You know what I'm saying?
We split that half and half.
We want to get live testimonies on the dips, you know what I'm saying? Because she blessed us with some, I want to say a while ago,
Mhm.
but
I'm a
we didn't really
regular.
get into
Yes.
it because we was waiting for her to come on. So I'm glad that they was able to.
And if I'm in her kitchen while she's making it, I'm taking the leftovers. Yes. So order, so I get the free dips.
That's beautiful, beautiful. So
You got some shows coming up? You ain't got no battles? What's
Right.
going
Oh,
on
yeah,
with
yeah,
Brother
yeah,
DJ
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to just
yeah.
give
Okay,
everybody the mic. Come on now.
you know, I'm a modest brother. Try not to put
Well,
myself
thank
out
you,
there
but
too
we
much.
got-
I like to
we're about-
give shine up to my constituents up here, but I got a battle in April. I'm flying back out to Boston April 23rd, 24th. I'll be out there coming back Sunday. And then I got a battle the next month in Minneapolis. Shout out Manslaughter Battle
Oh
League.
shoot.
So I'm gonna be out
Right.
there again, so back to back. Steadily doing the Wolf on Wall Street. Gonna actually do a show after this joint. You know what I'm saying?
I got $7 on Bitcoin, y'all. I'm coming up. I started with 4.
Oh, see, I told
I'm
you.
coming
I
up.
told you.
I need to get part of
Just
that.
give me my
You know what I'm
taxes
saying?
so I can put it all on.
So yeah, that's what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? And anybody want to book me for a battle? Hit me up. DJ the Cop on all social media. You know what I'm saying?
He
Or
coming.
DJCostello29@gmail.com.
I'm not a battle rapper. I can't battle rap.
My manager, Y'all talk to Brother Black. He'll get the numbers right for y'all.
So, hopefully next week, tune in. We gonna get Quan Jones on the show. He's ready to come. He just had a baby, so there was like a little schedule change. We're gonna try to get him on here.
Most definitely.
Keep that in tune.
And we
That's
definitely
what's
go extend the invitation out to, you know what I'm saying, Queen of Dipshit. She's always welcome to come back because she definitely provided great content and great conversation. I'm very appreciative
I would
for
love
that.
to come back.
You know.
Thanks, guys.
Shout out to everybody else that got something going on. Usually we just kind of run through the names, but we done it so much. Y'all know who y'all are. Keep doing y'all thing. Like I said, if one thing COVID has taught us, it's taught us to be very damn independent. And not just sit on our ass and just wait on stuff to happen. So keep grinding, keep doing y'all thing.
And don't hold hands.
Don't hold hands. Like she said.
And don't give up.
And
Push your
don't ever
dreams.
give
Follow
up.
them. Don't let
Please.
nobody
None
tell
of
you
that.
nothing different. And subscribe to the channel.
Early.
Make sure you go subscribe to Keeping Up with the Godmother.
Yep.
Ring that bell.
Yep.
Get the notifications. I'm gonna get back on.
Shout
there.
out to the 123, 24 subscribers that we got now. Y'all keep trickling in there. I be seeing y'all. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And once again, shout out to my brothers who ain't here, Chefin, Powers, BJ,
Rest in peace, Sir
Jess,
William.
the whole, oh yeah, Sir William. Well, I'm talking about the squad cast, but yeah, definitely rest in peace,
Rest
Sir
in peace,
William.
yeah.
He was the king of the city. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Already.
Definitely ain't the same without him. But all my squad cast members who at home, you know what I'm saying, y'all rest up. Y'all keep doing. Junkyard Gang got some stuff coming out too. Follow Noobs and Pros. My boy BJ still recovering from the surgery. Hope you're doing well.
Right.
Peace to you, brother. Peace to you, brother.
Everybody, y'all have a good
Shout out
weekend.
Tab, because I'm coming. I'm coming. It's nappy on here.
Squad cast, we out of here. It's cold as hell. Y'all be easy.